Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make the Valentine's Day scarf from my Facebook page. Make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be giving away 3 prizes in the Tag a Friend contest. First place will win a $50 gift card to Michael's. Second and third place will win a $25 gift card to Michael's. To qualify, you need to be a subscriber to this channel and a follower of my Facebook page. They're both named Crochet with Dominick. I'm going to be doing giveaways like this throughout the year, every single year, so make sure you turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming chances to win. Alright, let's get into what you're going to need. You will need a yarn and needle, a pair of scissors, a row counter. This was made with a size H hook, and it came out to be a little over 9 inches wide. If you were making this for a little girl and you needed a smaller one, you could just shrink the size of your hook. That would make it smaller and more accommodated for smaller people. The colors I used: Charcoal by Red Heart, medium number 4, Petal Pink, also by Red Heart, White, also by Red Heart, and Cherry Red, also by Red Heart. It all starts with this little granny rectangle with the interlocking hearts. You need to make 2 of them, so you're going to make 2 lengths of the scarf, and you're going to sew them together. And you're going to, when it comes to the hearts, you're going to start with the left and you're going to work to the right. So the first heart you're going to make is going to be the pink one. Alright, the first heart we're going to make is the pink, although I'm going to be using white because the pink does not show up good on camera. So you're going to have the pink yarn. You're going to start with a slip knot. Then you're going to chain 22, but you're going to make your chain loose, because if you make your chain too tight, you're going to have a lot of difficulty making the heart. 1, 2, I'll meet back up with you all when we have 22 chains. Okay, so we have 22 chains. If at any point you need to pause and go back and watch something again, feel free to do that. So we have 22 chains. Turn your chain over. We're going to be going into the back loop of the second chain from the hook, and you're just going to put a slip stitch into that chain. And then you're going to chain 3 more. Just loosen that up a little bit. 1, 2, 3. And the braided part of the chain is going to go on the inside of the heart. So as you work your way down your chain, making sure it's not twisting on you, we're going to join with a slip stitch into the back bump of the first chain that we made. There's the slip stitch. Then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to put a single crochet into that same chain. Alright, we're going to be working into the back bumps all the way around this heart. In the next chain, we're going to put 2 single crochets into that chain. Try not to work the chains too aggressively when you're putting more than 1 stitch into the same chain, because that's just going to make the next chain that we have to go in more difficult to work with. Alright, so there's our next chain right there. We just put 2 into this one. After you put 2, you're going to put 1 single crochet in each of the next 6 chains. There's 1, and I will meet back up with you guys when we all have 6. Alright, so we have 6 single crochets in the next 6 stitches. In this next chain, we're going to put 3 single crochets into the same chain, back loop. There's 1, 2, 3. And now that we have our 3 single crochets, you're going to put a stitch marker into the middle one, because you're going to need to know which one is the middle later. So just put a stitch marker there now. It'll make your life a lot easier. Okay, so we have our 3 single crochets in that same chain. Stitch marker in the middle one. We are going to put 1 single crochet in each of the next 6 chains. So 1 single crochet for each chain for the next 6 chains. There's 1. I will meet back up with you guys when we all have 6 more. Okay, now that we just did 6 single crochets, in the next chain we're going to put 2 single crochets into the same chain. Going to put 1 single crochet in the next chain. And in the next chain, we're going to put a half double crochet and a single crochet. The half double crochet is going to be the first one. And we're going to put a single crochet into that same stitch. I'm going to put 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 chains. There's 1. 2. Alright, here's where you got to really pay attention because this can be tricky. Here's that little picot that we made when we made 22 chains, and then we slip stitched into the back of the chain 2 chains from the hook, and then we made 3 chains after that. So we're going to skip over this part, which is going to push that down, making it the inside point of the heart. So there are your 3 chains right there. One's kind of attached to this. You're going to put a single crochet, so 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 chains. Alright, you should have 1 chain left. This is where we put the slip stitch and everything, so you should have 1 chain left. And in that last chain, we're going to put a single crochet and a half double crochet. This time we're going to do the single crochet first and then the half double crochet. So both of those into the same chain. Single crochet. Half double crochet. And then you're going to find the top of the very first single crochet that you made. That right there, focus, that right there is the chain 1 that we did. That's the top of our first single crochet. We're going to slip stitch into that single crochet. You're going to cut your yarn and tie off. Okay. And there you have your first little heart. Mine's white, but yours should be pink. You're going to sew in your tails, and then you should have something that looks like this. So the next heart that we're going to make is going to be the white heart, and I'm going to show you how to interlock them. Alright, so slip knot again. It's going to start out exactly the same as the first heart. You're going to chain 22, and you want them to be loose, otherwise you're going to have a lot of problems. I'll meet back up with you guys when you have 22 chains. Alright, so we have 22 chains. Again, we're going to slip stitch into the back bump of the second chain from the hook. And then we're going to chain an additional 3. And then here's where you would join with a slip stitch. But before we do that, you want to take your pink heart, right side facing you, and you really want to be careful that while you're doing this, you don't twist your chain, because here's where it gets really easy to twist your chain. You're going to go in from the front and out the back of the pink heart. Double check, make sure that your chain isn't twisted. Find the back loop of your first chain. The braided part's supposed to be on the inside. And you join those with a slip stitch. Chain 1. And put a single crochet into that same chain. And then you would make this heart exactly the same as you did the pink one. It's just you're going to have the pink heart hanging from the white heart as you're making it. And then when you're ready to move on to the red heart, you would do the same thing, and you would feed it right side facing you from the front and out the back. So if you need to rewind to remember how to make the heart, you can go back and do that. This is how you interlock them, and you would repeat that process with the red heart after you are done. And once we have 3 hearts interlocked, I will meet back up with you guys. When you're all done, your hearts should look similar to this. If they're not sitting flat, don't worry about it. They're not really going to take their shape until after we encase them in the granny rectangle and put the border around them. The pink heart on the right side should go over the white on the top and then under the white. The white should do the same to the red. Over the top, under the bottom. Alright, so to encase these and put a border on them, with the right side facing you, you want to turn these upside down. And we're going to tie on to the bottom of the pink heart, going into the back loop only. The whole time we work around this heart, or all of these hearts, we're only going to be working in the back loop. So on the bottom where you have those 3 single crochets, just going to tie on all the way to the right of the one all the way to the right of those 3 single crochets in the bottom of the pink heart. Just tying that. Going to pull up a loop. Then you're going to slip stitch into the back of the next single crochet, back loop. We're just going to do a slip stitch. And the whole time you're working around these hearts, you want your tension to be loose. Because if you're making your stitches and everything too tight, it's going to pull the hearts together. Alright, so working down the side of the pink heart, our first stitch is going to be a single crochet. The next one, we're going to put a half double crochet. In these next 2 stitches, we have to turn 2 stitches into 1 stitch. And how we're going to do that is we're going to combine 2 double crochets into 1. I'll show you what I mean. So you're going to go into the yarn over, go into the back loop. Do half of the double crochet, but don't finish it, leaving 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over again. You're going to go into the back loop of the next stitch, pull a loop up, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Go into yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. Alright. The next one's going to be tricky because we're going to be joining the pink and the white heart together. So we're actually going to go in through the white heart and then in through the pink heart. And the reason why we put this little stitch marker here is because from the middle stitch of this one, we have to count back 5. So here's this stitch. We're not going to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to connect these with a triple crochet. So you're going to yarn over twice for a triple crochet. There's the stitch marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go into the back loop. And then before you go through, we have to pick up the pink heart again. And you can see, alright, we already have a stitch here come into focus. We already have a stitch here, so we're going to go into the back loop of the next available stitch in the pink heart back loop. Yarn over. You can see how we're joining the 2 different color hearts together. and then you're going to finish your triple crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And now we have to go up the side of the white heart. We're no longer going to be working into the pink heart. So we're going to go up this direction just like we did over here, but backwards. So the next 2 stitches, we're going to do 2 double crochets combined into 1. Don't finish that double crochet, yarn over, start a second one, yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over and pull through all 3. Again, you want to have loose tension this whole time. The next available stitch is going to be a half double crochet. Next stitch, we're going to put a single crochet. And then where the stitch marker is, we're just going to slip stitch there. But don't take out your stitch marker yet, because if somewhere you made a mistake and you have to rip it all out and do it all over again, it's still there. Now we're going to go down the side of the white heart and connect it to the red heart. So we're just going to do the same thing that we did over here. I'll go through this with you one more time. Single crochet into the next stitch. We're going to do a half double crochet into the next stitch. We're going to combine 2 double crochets with the next 2 stitches. Go into the next stitch. Three loops, yarn over, pull through all 3. Then we're going to connect these 2 with a triple crochet. So yarn over twice, lock that in place with your finger. Here's where we put our stitch marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go into the back loop of the red heart. Here's our white heart. So we worked that stitch right there. So we're going to connect into this one right here. Pull a loop through both colors. And pull through 2 all the way out to finish your triple crochet. Alright, we're done in the white heart for now. We're going to go back up the side of the red. So the next 2 stitches you're going to combine into 1 by combining 2 double crochets into 1 stitch. Half double crochet into the next. single crochet into the next, slip stitch to where your stitch marker is. If you get here and you're not slip stitching, or your slip stitch is not bringing you to where your stitch marker is, somewhere you made a mistake and you're going to have to go back and start over. Next, we're going to go down the side of the red heart and we're going to turn this into a corner, and then we're going to start working along the side. And I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to start out pretty much the same. Single crochet into the next available stitch. Half double crochet in the next. These two, you're going to combine 2 double crochets into one. Oops. Don't finish it like I did. Now, to create the next corner, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the next available stitch on the red heart, you're going to put a double crochet. Again, we're only working in the back loops. And this is a double crochet by itself. We're not combining 2 double crochets into one. It's just a regular double crochet. And in the next stitch, you're going to do another double crochet. Half double crochet in the next. Single crochet into the next stitch. Single crochet into the next one. Half double crochet into the next stitch. Then we're going to go make another corner and go along the top. So we're going to chain 3 to create a corner. Then we're going to half double crochet into the next stitch. Let's just look at this for a sec. Alright, so chain 3, half double crochet. Now we're going along the top. You're going to put 2 single crochets in the next 2. Then in the next 2, we're on top of this little picot, and we want to help push that down to give the heart illusion. So we're going to do 2 half double crochets into the next 2, which are on top of that picot. one more, then we're going to do a single crochet into the next 2 stitches. And this is where we're going to join the white with the red on the top. Alright, so here's your picot. Here's the 2 stitches on top of that. So pinch the right one, and you're going to count up 3 from that. So there's 2 on top of the picot, starting on the right side. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do a half double crochet. So yarn over, go into the back loop of that stitch. I lost it. Then we're going to go into the next available stitch on the red heart. Let's see if I can get this to show up on camera. Alright. So we worked into this one already. I'm going to go into the back loop of the next one. See how we're connecting the 2? Yarn over, pull through all 3. Again, you want your tension to be loose. Single crochet into the next 2. Now we're only working in the white heart. We're on top of this picot again. To help push that down, we're going to do 2 half double crochets. Going up the arc of the left side of the white heart, you're going to put 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches, back loop, and then we're going to join, come into focus. We're going to join the pink and the white. So here's the picot, here's the 2 on top of it. Let me yarn over first. There's the 2 on top of the picot. 1, 2, 3. Go into the back loop of the pink heart. Look for the next available stitch in the white heart. So we worked this one. Back loop. Pull through the white and the pink. Finish your half double crochet. And now where we have to go through 2 hearts at the same time, we're done with that. We're not going to have to do that annoying part again. Single crochet into the next 2 stitches. Half double crochet into the next 2. single crochet into the next 2. Half double crochet into the next. Now we're going to chain 3. We're making another corner. Half double crochet into the next stitch. We're going to single crochet into the next 2. And this is where we kind of sewed in our knots and it looks a little messy. So this may look like 2 stitches, but it's 1. It's our second single crochet. Then we're going to half double crochet. One double crochet in the next 2 stitches. We're not combining them together. Chain 3 to make the corner, the next corner. We're going to combine 2 double crochets together. Don't finish it. Go to the next stitch. 3 loops on your hook, pull through all 3. Half double crochet into the next stitch. Single crochet. And we're going to slip stitch where we started. And I'm actually going to slip stitch into the gray strands, not that little pink loop from the bottom of the heart. Alright, so now it still doesn't look that good, but we have to go around this with double crochet to get it to take the rectangle shape. Alright, so to start going around with double crochet, you're going to chain 3. And you're going to double crochet all the way across. And when you get to the corner, I'll show you what you do at the corner. Alright, so we're at the corner. You have those 2 double crochets that you combined into 1. On top of those 2 where they turn into 1. It's going to be your last double crochet. Then in this chain 3 space, to turn the corner, we're going to put 3 double crochets, chain 1, and do 3 more double crochets. There's 1, 2, 3. Chain 1, and do 3 more in the same chain 3 space. There's 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to continue down this side and do the same thing in this corner. I'll meet you up back at this corner. Alright, back at this corner, same thing. Focus. 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. Alright, so the issue we're going to have going along the top, we have more stitches on the bottom than we do on the top. So we're going to add an extra stitch on the top of each heart. I'm going to show you where we're going to do that. Alright, so this is our first double crochet off of the corner. The next one, we're going to put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Like that. And then right after the stitch where you join the 2 hearts together, don't do it on that stitch, do it on the next stitch of the white heart. You're going to put 2 double crochets into the same stitch, and then right after where you joined the white and the pink heart, which is this stitch right here, the next one you would put 2 double crochets in one stitch there. I'll show you one more time. Just double crochet across. Alright, this is the one where we join the 2. So in the next one, I'm going to put 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Then you would double crochet across, do the same thing on top of the pink heart, and I will meet back up with you at the corner. Okay, at the next corner, same thing. 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. I'll meet back up with you at this corner. Alright, so I'm going to finish up the last corner with you and show you how to connect. That's 3 double crochets, chain 1, three more double crochets, my dog is having like a burst of energy for some reason. Alright. Double crochet. Alright. This is our last double crochet. And you're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that you made in the beginning of this round. Alright, cut your yarn and tie off. Okay, so after you cut your yarn, tie off, and sew in your tails, you should have something that looks like this. You're going to have to make 2 of these, and we're going to start building the body of the scarf, because remember we have to make 2 pieces and sew them together. So I will show you how to do that in video number 2. I'm going to try to have that up next week. Good luck, everyone. Thank you for watching.